Tech marketing promises a wireless utopia where cables are entirely obsolete. It's a future defined by clean desks and seamless connections. In reality, eliminating the physical wire introduces new complications. You trade a cable for input lag, dead batteries, and signal dropouts. This diagram shows the friction of a modern setup. You can pursue peak performance, a clean aesthetic, or zero maintenance, but the center of the circle is empty. You cannot have all three at once. Prioritizing zero maintenance and peak performance forces you to abandon the clean aesthetic. Achieving this setup requires permanent cable routing and drilling into your drywall. Alternatively, choosing the clean aesthetic and peak performance eliminates zero maintenance. You must now manage daily charging routines and mitigate signal interference. To find the right balance, we have to look at the exact data paths of wired, 2.4 GHz, and Bluetooth technology. Mastering your setup requires choosing exactly which type of friction you are personally willing to manage. This data flow visualization represents a wired connection, like USB or Power over Ethernet. It creates a direct, uninterrupted physical bridge to your system. That physical bridge guarantees specific performance outcomes: 1 millisecond of latency, continuous power, and zero susceptibility to radio interference. High-stakes environments demand this level of reliability. When a fraction of a second determines the outcome, the physical bridge is the only safe choice. The cost of this performance is permanent placement. Achieving a wired standard requires complex, invasive installation. On a desk, that friction looks like cable drag and clutter. For an Ethernet camera, it involves drilling through walls and running lines through your attic. Wired connections remain the baseline for users who prioritize absolute reliability and continuous power over ease of setup. High-performance wireless using 2.4 GHz USB dongles or dedicated Wi-Fi 6 bands attempts to eliminate that physical cable drag. This tier utilizes a dedicated radio link. The signal vaults directly over the operating system's standard software layers to land straight into the receiver. This direct link enables near-wired speeds, providing the bandwidth necessary for 4K security streams and competitive gaming inputs. To maintain this speed, the device relies on its polling rate, essentially how often it reports its status to the computer. High polling rates and constant video streaming require massive amounts of energy. This tier causes a rapid drain on the device's battery life. Using these devices forces you into environmental maintenance. You must commit to daily charging routines, solar panel installations, and the permanent loss of a USB port for the dongle. A 2.4 GHz connection provides the speed of a wire while charging a daily mental tax in battery and receiver management. The Bluetooth protocol focuses entirely on convenience and ecosystem compatibility. This data path is more complex. Bluetooth signals must be processed through multiple layers of your system's native software stack before they register. Routing through these layers introduces 20 to 40 milliseconds of latency and leaves the signal vulnerable to environmental interference. Bluetooth Low Energy trades that millisecond accuracy for power efficiency. This protocol allows devices to last for months on a single charge. Because the software is built in, you can seamlessly switch one device across laptops, tablets, and phones without unplugging hardware. Bluetooth purposefully prioritizes workflow flexibility and long-term battery endurance over millisecond precision. Adopting any wireless device introduces an inevitable long-term cost: battery chemistry degradation. Modern designs often utilize sealed, non-removable batteries. Once that chemistry fails, expensive hardware hits a hard expiration date. This has led to a regulatory pushback. The European Commission is currently considering legislation to mandate removable batteries in portable devices. This regulation exposes an engineering conflict. Achieving ultra-lightweight mice or waterproof outdoor cameras currently relies on sealing the batteries permanently. You are choosing between peak hardware performance today and the ability to repair that hardware tomorrow. Buying a purely battery-powered wireless device is essentially a performance rental that ends when the internal chemistry fails. To match technology to your specific goal, we can use a deployment matrix. It ignores marketing claims and focuses on a single question: what is your primary priority? If your priority is 100% uptime and consistency, you belong on a wired or Power over Ethernet connection. This profile fits the esports player or the security-conscious homeowner. You are willing to manage cable drag and drill holes to eliminate every possible variable. If your priority is high performance paired with a clean aesthetic, you should use 2.4 GHz or dedicated Wi-Fi. This path belongs to the hybrid optimizer. You demand top-tier speed and accept the daily mental load of strict charging routines to keep the desk clear. If your priority is workflow flexibility, you belong on Bluetooth. This is for the productivity-focused worker. You move between locations and devices frequently, prioritizing months of battery life over imperceptible latency. A mature infrastructure deliberately assigns each of these technologies to the specific room or task it handles best. Before making a purchase, identify your own tolerance for friction, whether that's the effort of installation or the chore of ongoing maintenance. A perfect setup is the result of these deliberate compromises.